We're live on Facebook.
TikTok takes a little bit.
Why do I look 10 years younger on TikTok than I do on Facebook? I'm going to look at myself on TikTok. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Lindsay coming at you live with my hunky hub over here. He's cooking some meat on the grill. Did you get Champ away from the meat, or is our dog eating our meat?
It's on the grill.
But can't he jump up and eat that stuff?
It's on the grill.
Can he open
it's
the
closed.
grill? Okay. Well.
All right. Bring on the followers from TikTok.
Hi,
Bring 'em on.
TikTok. Hi, TikTok.
What's up, followers?
This is the wife, Lindsay. Y'all are messaging my husband like he's single and on the market. So I think, what do you like most about Matt on TikTok? You like his dance moves? Do you like his funny, quoting every movie because he's got nothing better to do?
Like good looks.
So you joining on Facebook. Hi, Holly. What's going on? We know it's a Sunday night, y'all, and we don't want to take up a lot of your time, but we thought we would go live on, obviously, Facebook, because that's where I have my people that love me. And Matt has all of his people that love him on TikTok. So y'all are just kind of like you're playing with us today. Most of you don't know me, so I'm going to talk a little bit tonight to both groups of people. I mean, we got lots of people watching. Woo! Woo! We might be famous from this. This might be our go big video, go big or go home. Go big or go home?
It's all in the title.
Okay, so anyways, I don't want to waste a lot of you guys' time tonight. I did want to go live. We want to do something. Why? Because, I believe there is so many awesome couples out there in the world, and we don't get to see a lot of them in real life in front of social media on a live video. I see some of y'all scripted stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? That is so fake. How many of you guys have seen a fake online couple this week talk about how wonderful their children are, how just so amazing their wife cooks, or just their hardworking husband, and how he is just the most perfect person on the world, and how they're going to take a beach vacation and magically float away to Disney where they have a fast. Let's get real, people. That's not real life.
It can be. It
can be real life, but it's not our life. And out of all the people in the world, I did find the most amazing person to take care of me, to love me, to raise my kids with me.
You found me?
To have kids with me. I mean, I really did find him. So tonight you guys are going to find out how we met. We're going to tell the story. But before we do, just the basis of what we're going to be doing. So every single week we're going to go live. We're just going to chit chat. I didn't tell him what to say. I don't really have a certain plan of what to say, so y'all can ask us questions too. We love questions. There's no questions that are off limits. Now, our children will eventually watch these videos. We want to kind of house them because we want to show them what we were like when we were cool and in our 30s, right?
And our kids are in the other room, so keep your questions to
keep your questions to a G. Hey, Holly. Hey, Maureen. Hey, what's going on? I can't even read all y'all TikTok names. Let's say your real name in the comments. So, anyways, I wanted to go live and just give you guys just a little peek into the Harm life and what it's like, because you guys see me on Facebook all the time. You guys see Matt on TikTok. You know he loves to dance. You know that we love our children. You know that we love our faith. You know that we love to make money. We're going to talk about that. We also love to, build businesses together. We have, a compromise when it comes to housework and what we do around the house, and we love to travel, we love to party. So I just wanted to give you guys just a little insight into our life, give you guys an opportunity to ask questions, because so many of y'all ask questions on my inbox all the time about this guy, because you guys see him he does it all. He truly is amazing. But before we talk about our 10 years of marriage, in a quick, little intro video, 5-10 minutes with you guys tonight, we need to talk a little bit about, when is our anniversary coming up, sweetie?
Hold on, I gotta look at my ring. No. May 7th.
May 7th. We were married in 2011, and we have two beautiful kids. Landon, who most of you guys have seen, he is 9, and Jordan is 5. And they're the love of our life. But, our love story started way before our children. It's just made us better people having kids. And we'll talk a lot about parenting. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about housework. We're going to talk about how we met. tonight. And then we're also going to just talk about all things that you guys can relate to. And if at any time you guys feel like we share something that's a big aha moment with us, will you shoot us like an inbox and just say, thanks for talking about that tonight? Because I don't think enough gets talked about. Do you? I don't think enough gets talked about. And some of y'all are like hiding behind like this beautiful, beautiful life when really you're just as messed up as we are. So, okay, let's get started. So before I talk to Matt, he just let the dog in, but I just wanted to hit on, who we are as individuals before we met each other. Because that's a big part of a love story, right? Like two people coming together that probably didn't know each other for a long part of their life. And then somehow they just like magically fall in love. Like how does that happen, right? Okay, so we're gonna act this out. Okay, here we go. Can anybody guess where I met my husband back here? Can you guess? Anybody in the comments? Where did I meet him? He actually looked like that, only he had a cigarette hanging out of the side of his mouth, and he just kept coming up to this person right here who was like, "Oh, don't touch me! Oh, I'm just here for the party. Hand me another vodka."
She wasn't even like that. I don't even think she had a drink in her hand.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened, but we did meet at a bar. But let's talk about where we were before we met each other, because that's a big basis on like how we met each other. I was born and raised here in Omaha, Nebraska. I've lived here for 39 years. Matt has lived here as well, just as long. I'll let him tell his story. I'm not going to steal his thunder. But I went to a private school for 12 years, y'all. So I went to an all-girls school. If you went to an all-girls school, put yes in the comments if you went to private school. I grew up just that middle class, lifestyle. My parents worked their asses off. My dad had a job transition in his early 40s. He worked at Boys Town for 30 years, and then he now works for the insurance industry. My mom and dad have been married for how many years? 43 years. And the coolest thing I think about Matt and I's love story, or one of the cool things, is that both of our parents are married still. So we get to look up to just amazing, amazing people. I do have a brother. His name is Lane. He's smaller than me. He's younger than me, but he's bigger than me, if that makes sense. He played football at the University of Nebraska. Go Huskers! And that was actually Matt and I's first date. But before we get to the first date, tell them a little bit about you. Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in Elkhorn, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha.
Are there any Elkhorn people
West
on the
Omaha
line?
now.
Any Elkhorn, Nebraska people? Okay.
But when I was growing up, there was nothing around but cornfields over there, okay?
Yeah.
Middle class as well. Both my parents busted their aces off. And that's where I get my hard work ethic from, is from both of them, watching them my whole life growing up. And then I have a brother, 13 months older than me. I know I'm the better looking one, but Nick, sorry.
I never knew the difference between the two of them.
I still got my hair too, Nick.
When I first met them, I actually thought they were the same person. I mean, I've had a couple drinks in me at that time, but woo! I never did date his brother, so that's the good thing. He dated a lot of the girlfriends that his brother had. They passed them back and forth. Okay.
I do have an older sister.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
She's already in her 40s.
And she's amazing. If you're watching, Stacia, we love you.
Actually, my brother Nick turns 40.
Nick turns 40 in a couple weeks. So that's awesome. Where'd you go to school?
Elkhorn.
So,
Elkhorn High School, the only high school back then. Now there's 3, which is very odd to me.
Crazy. So public school, private school here. We both have amazing, amazing parents. We have amazing siblings. We're truly blessed. I grew up Catholic. And Matt eventually converted to Catholicism before we got married. That's a whole different topic when we hit on faith. But, we were just, I was out of college and we were out at the bars, and I was a Bacardi girl for quite a few years. Some of you guys who know me know that I was in the sales industry, the booze industry. So I definitely attracted somebody who knew every special at the bar, like every single drink special.
Every night of the week.
He knew where to go. Okay,
yeah, I was a saver.
He was a what? What's a saver?
A money saver.
A money saver? That is called wasting money all day long.
That was a money saver because I went to the deals. I went to the dollar pitcher nights.
So he strolled into work hungover. I strolled into a job that I stepped into After I left college, I went to school to be a teacher. Everything's been paid for my whole life too, so that's a big difference between the two of us. I was very hand-given everything. Does that make sense? And I'm not really shy to say that. Like, I was spoiled rotten. Woo! I was spoiled. So when I actually started adulting on my own, it was a big eye-opener, and lots of changes happened in college. One of the best things that happened in my 20s, actually probably I would say, I guess I did graduate college. That was great, but my 20s freaking sucked. The only cool thing was I met this guy in my 20s, and I fell in love in my 20s. But every decade's been better and better. So how did you meet me? Tell everybody the story, your story.
You just told the story, how we met in a bar.
Yeah.
So anyways, we did meet in a bar. It wasn't her beauty that caught my attention. It was her booty.
Yes.
It was her booty. But then that same night, we fooled around a little bit. And I told her I'd call.
We're not talking about that.
I told her I'd call her back. This is part of the story, okay? I told her I'd call her the next day. I didn't talk to her for 2 years. That's my fault.
My self-esteem was skyrocketing at this point in my life.
2 years. And then 2 years later, I got off work and went to Fox and the Hound.
Yep.
And lo and behold, there she is. Caught my eye.
Looking better than ever.
In a Bacardi outfit. And I told all my coworkers that I knew her, and they didn't believe me, so I went and talked to her and asked her if she wanted to hang out again, go to dinner or something. She said yes. So, man, I went to go.
There's so many details.
I went to go call her and get it all set up and everything, and she said, "Nope, I've got other plans. I got to go to my parents' house and have dinner,
which
or
was
stay
a lie."
Home." She stood me up.
Yeah.
She got me back for not calling her for 2 years.
And I loved running into Matt, and it just goes and shows how people mature and they grow up, because for years we knew each other, and I was chasing one of his friends for years, y'all, who turned out to be a train wreck. Like, let's be honest. I mean, dodged a bullet on that one. But I was chasing the wrong things, and I was chasing the wrong people, and I didn't know myself enough. And finding somebody who cared about me and who wanted to give me attention was something I wasn't used to. So that's something you kind of run away from. If you can relate to that, let me know. But I still remember like seeing him at the bar, and I go, he looks a little different. Like, has anyone ever seen somebody years and years like ago, and then they see him again and they're like, something really attractive about him all of a sudden? Like, I never looked at this guy and said, that is my type of guy. Like, he's just the way I pictured my husband. But you have to get to know people, and you have to give people time to mature. You have to get relationships time to mature. And our relationship took many years to mature. So many of you guys always hashtag goals, couples, this and that. When many of you guys don't know the half of our story, you don't know all of the challenges we've had, all the bullshit we put up with, all of the friendships that we've gained through our own relationship, to the friendships that we've lost, to the businesses that we've started, to just the location changes of the home, the kid dynamic, and all of that changed, and all of that helped us become better people and more real people. And the people you see right here, I can tell you, we're probably two of the most authentic people that you'll ever meet, because we've both encouraged each other to step into our best selves. Does that make sense? We encourage each other to do the things that we love, to find the things that, bring us joy in our hearts that we love so much. But you have to do that with somebody who loves you and trusts you and supports your goals and dreams. And that's what this guy did. That was really pretty. I hope our kids watch that part of this video one day, because they'll say, man, my mom just knows her shit right now. Like, she knows her stuff.
And it's not scripted.
And it's not scripted. And that's not our life.
So where'd we go on our first date?
And we went to a Husker football game on our first date. And it was wonderful. And we sat at the 50-yard line because my brother played football for them. So this guy was like, okay, I got to get with this family because they're
She invited me to a Husker game.
Yeah.
I said, she's hot and a Husker game? Hell yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, so...
And I showed up, and what happened?
Huh?
I showed up to your house, and what were you doing when I showed up?
Waiting for you.
She started crying.
Oh, I started crying because the guy that I was chasing for years actually stood me up to a Husker game. So those are people you don't want around you, by the way. If you're somebody who's struggling in the dating world right now, if you have to try to bribe people for attention, I think that's like a big sign of a no-no. And God, I was such a train wreck back then. I can't believe you even, my mom and dad still, I think, are in shock that I found somebody like him. I ask my parents all the time, I'm like, aren't you like dancing on the rooftops, excited that I found somebody who can love me and take care of me?
Maybe that's why your mom bribes me with margaritas and nachos now.
My mom's obsessed with him. She's freaking obsessed with him. And I think she feels bad for him because of all the things that I put him through. And all the like he has to clean my house. He has to take care of my kids. And here I am running a business because he loves me and he cares about me. And we all know I'm the one who brings home the cheese, okay? This guy, he works his ass off at a job that I wouldn't say it's his first choice, but I get to do what I love because that's the life we built and that's the dreams that we've shared together. And it all started 15 years ago, you guys. 16. We could argue about that year, but it really doesn't matter at this point. That doesn't matter at this point. So let's not argue about that anymore. We always say, we don't even know we were drunk. We were drunk. Do y'all have any questions for us today? I mean, you guys could ask. I got a ring light on in my eyes. I'm almost 40.
Why does it keep on saying Holly Bennett is watching?
I know. I need like readers or something. I look really good on TikTok. Y'all, I am not looking this good. Like, you got some face filter, some beauty things on here because, y'all, I don't look like this right now. Well, maybe I'm glowing because my husband's next to me.
Beard filter.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, no beard filter. So anyway, that's just the basics of how we met. I want to hold the viewers. However, I'm not going to talk about everything tonight, but we are going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about our financial downfall that we had. Our $25,000 in credit card debt. Yep. I might be making the cheese now, but this woman used to just not know what I was doing with my money. I was out of control. We're going to talk about raising our kids. What it felt like to be parents for the first time. We're going to talk about Matt's his faith journey and how, he's a little behind me today on everything. Like, I think he looks at me and he's like, this girl's like obsessed with God and Jesus, because I am. But he doesn't really get it. But we'll talk a little bit more about that and what's important to him. And then we're going to talk about traveling. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to give you guys some tips on relationships if you're dating right now and things to kind of look out for. I mean, we have a few single friends, but y'all, I feel for my single friends out there. I mean,
I couldn't imagine being single right now.
Should we do a food review together? Like, what do you guys want to see us do together? That we can put on camera without getting banned. Clearly, we're not talking about politics on here because we're going to piss off everybody.
You want us to two-step around the house?
What you should know is that we're all for expressing ourselves and expressing our freedoms and loving our country and loving our faith and loving our kids and our family. And that's who the harms are about. That's what we're about. And we're all about doing that while we build an income, doing the things that we love and we care about and helping people. Because that's what... We're going to be remembered for like so many cool things because we're doing so many cool things in our life. Do you know that? Like when we die at the age of 125, whoever's left that's watching, maybe not all of you, but maybe your kids are going to be alive.
You'll live to 125.
I'll live to 125. You guys are going to be like, what the hell? Those people are pretty damn awesome. So... anyways, not to toot my own horn or anything, but is there any topics you guys want to say? You could even post them in the comments. You could send me a message, and I'll be sure we hit on them. We're going to bring frequently asked questions, just kind of like Tammy and Daryl do. Daryl, Tammy, should we do a food review?
Okay.
Can you add a little side of relish, and can you add some ketchup? So we watched this couple do food reviews and laugh my ass off. Actually, we're not even going to talk about that. We might turn off some viewers because it talks all about sex and things.
Catherine has a question.
Oh, Catherine, what's your question?
What is one of the bigger things you want your kids to take from your marriage?
Compromise. And Catherine, that's a good question. What is your answer? The biggest thing you want your kids to take away from their marriage?
The love we share with each other.
In front of each other. Matt and I kissed the other day. We don't really kiss a lot in front of our kids, but we kissed in front of Jordan. And I asked her, I said, Jordan, do you like that? And she smiled real big. She goes, I love it when you guys kiss. So your kids' love that they see that you share is so important. Just like it is, the arguing and stuff. Like, we argue in front of each other a lot, and it's okay as long as we show that we compromise in the process, because that's going to teach them to be like amazing adults. There's so many things that I want to pass down to my kids, but one of the top things is obviously the love that we share for each other and how much it takes to get into a loving relationship that is based on trust and friendship. And
Landon's gonna follow in my footsteps, awesome, so that's why he's always watching.
Yeah.
So he's.
I hope he doesn't follow in your footsteps too much. Like, Matt is very sexually driven.
Well, really?
I never used to be.
He's gonna know how to treat a lady, okay?
My children, or if they turn out anything like you, like, oh my God, he's going to have like girlfriends when he's already writing notes to girls. He's like out of control. We'll go into that subject later, okay? We'll go into that subject later. We're not talking about kids right now.
Pump the brakes, okay?
Hey, Lindsay, Harm, and hubby, you two are so cute. Oh, I love you, Dorothy. Thank you. I've got lots more people loving on me than you do on TikTok. So who's the follower now? Everybody show Matt some hearts, you guys. That is it from us tonight.
They don't want to offend you.
We don't want to burn. We don't want to burn your burger. We don't want to burn the burgers.
Oh, shit.
I know. We're burning the burgers, and the children are hungry.
Hey, believe it or not, Lindsay's gonna have a burger tonight.
No, we'll talk about that later. But I'm definitely not eating any meat.
They will be great dancers. You're damn right, Catherine.
We love y'all.
Right.
We'll talk about all the things we love, all the things we want to share, and all the things that will also make you laugh because
Tune in
we're funny.
Next Sunday.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Bye.
So now you have to push end, finish.
I can't reach that. Good thing I'm not technology